What's up everybody? So today we got in the garage again. We are going to work on the S15. So last video we finished doing the GK Tech reinforcement, putting the brackets on, installing the calipers, and finding out that we had to drill and grind that down the spot. But that's all done. So as you can see, the brake line is still hanging. So we are going to mount this today into the car. We're gonna take this interior piece apart, install that, weld that piece on. So we're gonna get to that today. So Brian's coming to help me today because I am still lost how this goes and works. So we're gonna wait for him, and then I'm gonna go inside the house and then change the clothes because right now I'm on snap on clothes. So I'll be right back. First thing first, we are going to remove this brace, and so we can see where we're gonna mount it. Okay, so Brian came over, right? So we got, we're gonna have to tack weld it obviously and make sure that's where we want it. And so problem is this is supposedly for the inline one, but we're gonna go with dual calipers on this setup. So I'm gonna have to special order some fitting because there's no Lisbon. But good thing for me, I had spare Lisbon that we can use. So just had to order some special fitting. We use the line, went under there. So let me go up, then I can show you what I did. As you can see, the line comes up. So we gotta make sure it's not, we're gonna make sure it's not gonna hit the drive shaft because that's not what we want, right? So we got something that so it won't like go down and then go over. This we use the stuck e-brake because my stuck e-brake, all the stuff ripped off. So we made that, so when that over the subframe, and we went meet over here. So from that we go to the caliper. We got we put the fitting right there to hold this up. From there and that right there, go over it. And so I was at first we are doing this, putting it like by here. I'm like, well, we're gonna put the T fitting, but because of this line pretty long, saved us, we can just put it right there. So we tighten that, so that's good. So once we get the fitting, we can do the inside, weld it, make sure it's good. And this is one I got. So we got a fluid, you put the fluid, and then we're gonna use like a little fitting to goes to that. When I built the R34, I always wanted to have a spare because I never had the working e-brake. So this was sitting for like years. So I finally get to use it because I bought a spare setup for that one when that thing break. And then once I got it dialed, it never broke. So here we are, we got the stuff. So probably gonna mount this somewhere in the back or something, so we don't really want to see this on the front. So yeah, we're gonna wait for the fitting. And meanwhile, we are trying to do the street series that are coming up. So we're gonna start putting the kits back. I was gonna paint it, but now we're not gonna paint it because if you're gonna do the street series, it's gonna get breaking anyway. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be do meanwhile. Right, next day we got the fitting came in. I thought it was Friday, which is 2 days, but Amazon is cracked. They recently opened up near me, so they got warehouse like down the street. So that's sick. So we got the fitting. We're gonna kind of like test fit it and see how it look, and then we're gonna have to sand these down so we can weld the plates on and stuff. So I guess we'll go from there. Alright, test fit looks pretty good. So I'm gonna try to mark that over there. I'm gonna clean around there so we can weld the plates on. Next step, we're gonna clean over here. I gotta put the seats on, so I wanna make sure the e-brake position is pretty good. And so that means I gotta decide what seats I gonna use, but I gotta clean it up and I'll be back. It's ready, so I got the seats in. It's tough. I don't know, something is hitting, so the door is hard to shut. But look, it's like so close. I know it's kind of like reflecting with my light, but it's so close. But it's fitting. But something is hitting. I got the seats lined up. These were a pain in the ass too. But cool thing is, I'm in the car, right? Like my hand is barely fitting right now. It's crazy. Like over here is like, yeah, that's crazy. But if you look at here, right? So that's where I did, So I'm gonna put the steering on. And I'm very small guy, and so this is like so small for me, right? So it's kind of perfect for me anyway. So I think only thing I want to do, you will never gonna know like unless you put everything back together because you think it's fine. But you know, these are tack welded like I said earlier. I could move, so right now it's like I could move just a little bit here and it'll be probably dialed in. But again, I gotta take seats off, everything off, and so just to move that top side, like that pinky size over. And then other than that, if I drive, you know, and the e-brake spot perfect, and I can shift no problem like there. Not that I ever use, but 6-speed, and then got plenty of room, so if I move inch a little bit, still not gonna hit. This is the 6-speed, and you got some room here still, so we're good. So time to take everything off again. Oh, I even had to take off the cage too because it hits the when I was installing it, it was pretty hard. You know what? You know what's hitting? I think this is what's hitting. Right there, it's hitting. That's why it's hard to put it on. Yeah, that's what's hitting. Makes sense. Other thing is I finally have adjustable seats. You move. So before I had a fixed one, and then I was like looking up. I was driving like this. Like literally this is my POV. I can't see anything on the front. So now I'm like a little closer so I can kind of see, you know, better. So hopefully that's I don't know until I drive, so hopefully you do good. But let's get this thing done so we can go test drive. Alright, so I got welded on. That's the way it's gonna be. I thought I moved it a couple inches, but I guess it could move a little more, but it's welded on, so it is what it is. Painting it so it doesn't get rusty. We're gonna start putting the stuff back, so now we can try how to prime the brake line to put the fluid into that, so we're good to go. And I'm gonna do passenger side seats. Luckily, from over years, I was collecting some seal. Found out this here is for the other side, so that's good, you know. So we're gonna put that on the other black seats and put it on and stuff like that. So we'll get to it. I put the seats on, it goes on very smooth, nice, right? So now I put this one back, and as you can see, it's like it's hitting the whatever the slave part, right? So I'm gonna have to cut it. So it looks like this is where it's hitting, so I'm gonna have to cut it. And now if I come up, next thing is I want to know where I'm mounting this Elizabeth. Looks like I have a loom right here, so I'm gonna mount it here, and I'm gonna drill just like on the center console where the nipple is, and mount it right here is my plan. So let's see what we can do here. Check this out, right? I drill literally perfect on the hole just so that it comes out of that nipple, right? And this is not gonna come out. I don't need zip tie, but I'm just gonna do a zip tie anyways. So let's put this one back and see how dialed the fitment is. So I had to cut just half of it. I think I still can put the cup in here, you know, because you don't need to be all the way in. But that's fit, not fighting it, like, you know, it's not hitting it, I think. Came from the hole, so I'm gonna chop it like right here or something, and then put the brake fluid thing right here. Oh my god, this is dialed. I wish like I move a little more this way because it's kind of like cricket little, but I'm okay with that. You know, I did my best, so whatever. But this thing is going back now. Alright, as you can see, I got the fluid in. I had to figure it out. I actually put the block one that came with it on the bottom because you only need the top, I think. So I didn't realize this one, you see, this is 10mm, but this one here is a 1/4 inch size. On the top is a nipple. But so I found that, and I'm just gonna need someone to pump it, and then I gotta breathe it, and then I think it's good to go. I don't know, hopefully it is. So let's find out. So like I loosed this bolt obviously, and then the fluid coming out, so we got fluid in the system, so should be good. They just need the air to be out, I think. Alright, final product, guys. So I had Brandon come over and help me breathe the stuff a little quick, and we got the seat, and I can finally somewhat adjust the seats. So I'm very small guy.
so I move all the way on the front now, so which is good because before I was like really reaching on the gas pedal. Again, I wish I moved that little closer because as these seats get closer, it's kind of hitting, but nothing crazy, you know. But I think I'm pretty stoked on the Slash Racing seats. We got 2 black seats on, and you know, so pretty nice. So we're gonna try to drive street series, and then I realized I forgot I lost my battery because my R34 is getting tuned and brake. I needed it, so I took it out. Now I gotta go buy one. Should shut that off, and time to go test drive it. Put the, you know, bumpers, because I'm not painting that. The hood though, I gotta fix it because it's cracked and then it's gonna be bad. But so I started it and I drove it in here on the air as I go fast gear and then pull e-brake, and it seemed to be locking. So let's see how it works in real life. I mean, I really hope it works good. Man, this hood seen some hell, man. So, caught on fire twice. I forgot to shut the hood on the mid-pond so it opens it, but tried to repair it. So I put fiberglass back there. Technically, I need to do the other side because the other side is cracked too, but I think right now, if I try to drive street series, it'll be good. I just grinded all this stuff down a little bit because I'm tired of paint flaking off from the fire. So one day I'll primer and nice, like you see how it's like bubble up over there. I don't know if you can see better, but bubble up there. I kind of like grind it because all this paint, it just starts flaking on and go on my engine bay. So I did that real quick. So time to put this thing back. And the front end, I finished the back end, and you know, I was putting it in, right? And this side completely, like over here is like nothing over there, so I had to make my own bracket. Look pretty, like I'm shaking it right now and it's pretty solid, so that's good. Hopefully the e-brake still works. I'm gonna go for test drive in a little bit once I put the hood, the front piece, the bumper and that. If it is, I think I can make this street series, so I would like to. I want to watch this. It's so dirty. Oh my god. And then so right now, in middle of right now, I took this battery out of my car for the R34 that was in there. I took it to Nick, still out right now, so I need to go pick up a stupid battery. So I did that and has a brand new one now. I needed it long time anyway. I was keep putting on hold because this one you need a optimal one because the bracket is made for it. Big money. But anyways, I lowered this and I put the front bumpers and hood. Just realized the camera wasn't even recording, but the whole piece is on, you know, so hood shots, and you guys don't get to see me struggle putting the hood up by myself and lining up the bumper, but it's all in one piece. So time to go test drive and see how it goes. I forgot how good is this car, the street drive wise. So I lipped it a little bit on the e-brake. It works pretty good. It's a little loose compared to Brian's, but it's still locked. So as long as the fluid doesn't leak, right now it's full, so that means it's good. And that's it. I just gotta put more tires and then ready to go. And I'm glad my AC works. It's so hot right now. But thanks everybody for watching. And I'm glad my e-brakes and the interior installation, so good. If you like our content, subscribe, like and comment, and I'll see you guys on next video. Thank you everybody.